complexion. Mama birthed the king, immaculate conception. I survived in the darkness and the shadows of death. And through all that I prospered. They formed every weapon, but I came so thorough. Never changed my wardrobe, took every scar with honor. I was raised in the borough, now I'm giving to me from the belly of the beast. I'm just paying respects, I'm just speaking my piece.
Bro, like we ain't had no fucking business owners and shit that look like us when we were coming up.
Right, exactly.
But let me go ahead and introduce this shit, man. So this your boy Quay, man. This is another episode of the Quality Time Podcast. And today I got my dog, man. We've been boys since knee high, man. Shit, I can't even tell you how many years. I know it's well over a decade in, and
right.
I had to get my dog up here, man. He's another young black entrepreneur, black business owner, and I got the pleasure to seeing him do this from the ground up. And I had to have him up here and just chop it up with him and, let everybody know how he coming with it. So without any further ado, I give to y'all my homie Deuce Dosa, and we about to get it off. So what's good with you, bro?
Cooling, bro. Working, taking a day at a time like normal. It's just every day.
As always, one of the busiest people I know, been that way from day one. Gotta catch you when you catch it. If not, you're gonna have to wait till the next time. But I appreciate you for doing this. I appreciate you for joining me today, man. So the first question.
Appreciate you for having me, bro.
For sure. The first question I got for you, man, is who is Deuce Dosa, man? Like when people hear that, I mean, I know, people that know, but for those who don't, who is Deuce Dosa?
Pretty much, Deuce Dosa is Earl Maxine's son. You know what I mean? I'm named after my dad. I'm not a junior, like on paper by law, so I'm like the second. And that's where Deuce came from. I just switched it up in Spanish, Dose, and threw an A on the end of there. You know what I mean? The Dosa thing really, it didn't become my name until like a couple years down the line after I started the brand. And like everybody just started calling me Dosa. Like no matter where I'm at, if I'm in Raleigh or Jacksonville, or Greenville, or Fayetteville, wherever I'm at, North Carolina, like they just called me Dosa. You know what I mean? We was doing shows and traveling a little bit across the state, and they just remember it was just, I guess, catchy and easy to remember. It's just 4 letters, DOSA. So it started off as an acronym and became my name. Like initially, it was just definition of swag. Just I wanted to define my swag or what I felt like was swaggy to, the people around me, and just people gravitated to it, and people see what I wear and see how I dress or whatever. They like it, they want it, they buy it, and it just grew like over time. It's a blessing, man, and I just thank God I'm here and I'm able to do it.
Facts, man. That's all facts, man. I like how you started that. Just Earl and Maxine's son. That's that humbleness, you know what I'm saying, that I always know you to have. Like you do your shit, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna talk your shit when it's time to talk your shit. And you back that up, but you always been the same person, bro. And like I said, I've been able to see it from the ground level, like that a lot of people may not have seen, like the creativity side. And like we come from playing basketball in Jack Grandma backyard, you know what I'm saying? Like all day long, all summer long outside and trying different shit and exploring, like just being young. And then we started getting to that age where like now it's time to make moves, it's time to do different shit. And you started doing, you started doing your, like you said, your creativity started popping out. And I know like that, this wasn't your first business, the clothing line or whatever. It was actually like, cutting hair. And so what made you decide like, I want to be a barber, I want to cut hair and take it serious, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, we all know the neighborhood barbers who get you right on the front porch with the clippers. But what made you actually want to, go study it and get licensed and everything?
Pretty much, bro. Just like mentally, I knew I didn't really want to have to answer to nobody and keep working for another man. And, you know, he the top dog, he the boss. So he getting rich off other people's hard work. He just the brain behind everything. So I started looking at it different, like early, like just life in general. You know what I mean? Because I never knew I was going to be a barber. My dad or my granddad, nobody in my family ever was barbers. Like, it was just something I liked doing. I was good at it, and, you know, I always liked to draw and whatever, and pretty much cutting hair is like, it's like drawing. It's just lines and shading. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The edge up is the line, the fade is the shade. You know what I mean? And I just got, I don't know if you remember, but my very first time trying to attempt to cut somebody's hair was Vontae at Jack Grandma's house.
I'll never forget that haircut.
Yeah, with the rusty clippers and everything. And it was like dude couldn't say but so much. It won't good, but it won't too bad.
Yeah.
It won't
the worst. Yeah.
Yeah, it won't the worst, but it definitely won't the best. You know what I mean? And I just fell in love with it after that and just kept trying and kept trying. You know what I mean? Kept fucking around with it and got good, bro. Like, and it was one of them things, like, I just really did impress my homeboys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or impress a girl or something like that, whatever. But I knew I was good, like, whenever my homeboys' dads started letting me cut their hair.
Yeah.
They quit going to the barbershop and everything. I'm cutting their hair on the porch too, in the bathroom or on the kitchen, in the kitchen or whatever. You know what I mean? Then the dope boys, they started fucking with me. Like, I was cutting their hair at the trap and everything. You know what I mean? So that's when the confidence really came. I think I started messing around with it about 12, 13, but I really got the confidence at like about 15, 16 maybe.
And you was young, like that's something that like stood out. Like you was young, you know, like, and you knew, like you said, you wanted to do your own thing, you wanted to be your own boss at a young age, which a lot of people, they don't pick that up that early, you know what I'm saying? So that's something that I tell people all the time, like you really, like, you made like history in the borough for like our age demographic, because you was one of the first young barbers that, like, we could say, oh, I know him, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I grew up with him. Everybody, yeah, we know all the barbers.
I ain't never looked at it like that though. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't feel like I made history. I'm just another guy trying to feed his kids. You feel me?
But that's the thing though. Like, that's the thing though. Like it's like I want to tell you that, you know what I'm saying, as your homeboy, as your dog, like, you did, bro. Like, it won't. Yeah, we knew all the barbers, everybody that cut hair, but it's different when I'm like, oh, like, I can go get a haircut from bro, and then we're gonna go to the court and hoop. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. And the clip was official, you know what I'm saying? And we still gotta go to school tomorrow, type shit. I was saying, man, you've been doing it for a while, and like you said, you don't look at it that way. And a lot of times when we doing something that's what we've been used to doing so long, we don't look at it that way. You know what I'm saying? So me, from the outside point of view, saying, damn, bro, been doing this shit for a long time. Like, I gotta recognize my dog on some shit. Like, bro, you've been really locked in with this shit for a long, long time, bro.
Yeah, I love it, man. It's just something that I ain't really. I knew I was good at it, but I didn't realize, like, the potential of what it could become until, like, certain people in my life, like was just telling me, like, man, you need to take this serious. Like, you need to do this for real. Like, you like that. And, you know, it was like a hobby to me. You know what I mean? Like, it was just something I did. Just, you know, I love it. I still love it. You know what I mean? I know we ain't here for that, but cutting hair really got me where I am and made me who I am. Like, I wouldn't have had the money to invest in the clothing thing if it weren't for cutting hair. I started out from scratch, from nothing. You know what I mean? And another important person in my life was Sergeant Major Melvin at Goldsboro High School. He let me cut hair in the ROTC building on lunch and after school and before school. You know what I mean? Because guys, like, whenever, you know, in ROTC, when it's inspection day, you gotta have your uniform right.
Yeah, you gotta be straight
nice
up.
Haircut.
Yeah.
Right. Everything got to be like perfect. So I was cutting guys' hair before school and on lunch. You know what I mean?
And
Just so
that's
they
what,
could do the inspections. You know what I mean?
and that's what's up. Like he saw the gift and the talent, and instead of how a lot of times, and especially in school situations, like public school, like we went to and come from, they'll try to squash out your dream and get you. You'll be in trouble. You get sent home for some shit. You know what I'm saying? But instead, he looked like, damn, well, he doing something productive. He here at school. It's not during your class time. So shit, why not let him use his craft for his benefit and for the students. So like that's love. Like, and people like that, like you said, they play a major role. And like you also said that you use haircutting to get to where you are now, which is the Dosa Brand. So what year did you start, or did you start thinking about I want to go to another lane with my creativity?
The Dosa idea came to me about 2012, but I kind of dilly-dallied around with it for a year or two. I was bullshitting, to be honest. I ain't know if it was like hot or not, or if people would even understand it or like it or want to buy it or wear it. It was just an idea, you know what I mean? And 2014, that's when they were marked law. Shout out to my boy. He did a little event in Raleigh at Divas. It was called Battle of the Brands. And I was like, fuck it, man. I'm gonna just try it out and see how Raleigh fuck with it. Like, see if they like my shit. Like, cause like in my head, it dawned on me like, okay, if people like it that don't know me and never seen me in their life, like if they fucking with it, or if they understand it or grasp it or gravitate to it, I know it ain't wet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't want to start dumping a bunch of money into something and not knowing if it was gonna come back or not. I always believed in myself though. You know what I mean? Like I told myself from day zero, if no one buys nothing, I'm gonna wear it because it's my brand and I love it. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I'm Deuce Dosa. You feel me? But it just like the barber thing, it took a few years to build that confidence up to get my mindset right to where I knew I could do it regardless of what anyone around me said. Because the worst critics usually the people you know, like personally, that seen you grow up. You know what I mean?
Facts. That's a true statement.
Right. So, long story short, I basically killed the show. Like, I was like the most favorite brand there for that event, like that year.
Yeah.
He did it every year for I think 5 years straight. And people loved Dosa, and like I had my little booth set up. Hella people was like questioning me after the show and purchasing merch and whatnot. We just had a ball in there, bro. And like it was just me, my brother, Mike, couple other guys. We just took a picture, like a whole group picture, like the whole gang, the whole squad, like just took a picture. Everybody wearing Dosa. Like I ain't even had no models. I just had like 6 or 7 of my homeboys with me and just threw some shirts and hoodies and sweatshirts and hats on niggas. And they wore it and just swagged out, walked down the stage just on some random day shit, like just swag, whatever, thugged out. And the people loved it. You feel me? So
so is that event, is that when you knew like you had something that the people wanted? Like was that
that's when I knew it would catch on. Like I knew people gravitated to it. And whenever I took a picture, bro, we took a whole group picture with like probably me and 7 or 8 of my boys, my niggas. And they that joint went like low-key viral before viral was even a word.
Yeah.
This was 2014. You feel me? Matter of fact, it might have been 2013, like the end of the year, like November, December. And then I dropped in 2014, like the beginning of the year. Like I wasn't even ready to start selling yet to people, like on a mass level, or my mind wasn't even there yet. Like, what if 1,000 people want this? You know what I mean? What if 10,000 people want this? You feel me? Like it was like, I'm gonna just do it, my niggas, and we just. I think I got like probably 50 or 100 items made. I wasn't even making my own merchandise yet. Right. I ain't have none of the equipment, none of the knowledge, nothing. You feel me? So whenever I post a picture on Facebook, and I kind of regret it, but I kind of don't. It's like I wasn't ready, but I was ready.
Yeah.
So I got hella love, bro. Like everybody was like, "Yo, I want a shirt. I want a shirt. I want a hat. I want a hoodie or whatever." You feel me?
Yep.
I'm like, damn, how the hell is I'm gonna like make this happen that fast for that volume of people? You feel me?
Yeah.
And the guys in Raleigh, they was making my merch then. You know what I mean? Buddy and Dre and Mark Law and them boys. You feel me?
Right.
They taught me a lot, and I just took what I learned from them, bought my own equipment, and boom, took off from there. And like that was like 7 years ago, bro. And you know, a lot of people like they call me the GOAT or whatever. I don't really look at it like that. It's like now everybody and their mama doing this shit. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I look at it like if I can, like, I guess be known or whatever for that, and I can give the youth a better outlet or something else to look up to or look forward to, whatever, bro. If that's my purpose in life, like I'm all for it. I thank God I was able to do it. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I never ever said I was the GOAT or I did it first, or if it wasn't for me, this and that. But you know, at the end of the day, somebody gotta look up to somebody.
Yeah, somebody gotta light the torch for people to carry it, bro. Like that's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody gotta have somebody gotta have the idea for everybody else to be able to build on. Like that's how everything goes. You know, somebody start with something and somebody add on to it. You know what I'm saying? Not
and make
not
it
trying
better.
But like, you know, always gotta, you know, it ain't nothing. Like I look at life like, man, it ain't nothing wrong with showing love, man. I feel like it's worse not to show love. You know what I'm saying? If I know I learned how to do something or I got this idea from you or anybody else, like it'll be worse if I didn't show you the love. Like, you don't like it money, man. It's enough money out here to go around for everybody. That should never be the issue. Like, it don't cost nothing for me to say, hey, dog, I appreciate that. That helped me figure out how to get to where I'm trying to do with my joint. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, bro, like you don't gotta self-proclaim nothing, because everybody know. Ghost Bro know, you know what I'm saying? Like ain't nobody, like everybody know like how, like what it is, like you said, like, and even looking now, like those who have started businesses after you with brands and stuff, they was able to take your blueprint, add to it or whatever, and everybody's shit is dope. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody stepping on nobody's toes. Like, you know what I'm saying? People go to you, they go to this person. Like, it ain't just, oh, I can only shop with such and such because it's like, hey, your shit dope, shit, we might collab. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how it's
then it'll be super dope.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Level. It's supposed to be that way, bro. I still
look at not to get off subject and that, but I still look at like Percy Royal and all them guys. It's a whole lot of other barbers, whatever, but Percy like the Godfather. Like he started cutting hair. He was like the first black barber, one of the first black barbershops, bro. Like if it weren't for them guys before us, I couldn't be able to do what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So,
man. And shout out,
maybe 40 years from now they'll look at it and say, you know, he did this, and they'll respect my work. You know what I mean? I just want my name to be remembered, bro.
Exactly, man. Shout out, like you said, shout out to Percy Royal Barbershop, all the barbers that you know came up under him. Like you said, if you from the borough, man, you ain't never got your hair cut by Mr. Percy. I don't know if you can really say you from the borough for real, because he cut everybody's hair, bro. Like I remember all my haircuts sitting in that barber chair. And then, like you said, like that knowledge and that wisdom worked its way down to you. Boom.
Right.
Now that same knowledge and wisdom that you took and you had the craft for your age and your you know your time out here, you can pass that down to the next young kid that's like, damn, I want to be like Dosa when I grow. I want to be able to cut the fly ass designs in kids' hair. Like instead of it being looked at now as, oh, you won't be able to do that. It's like, well, shit, why not? He got the young sensei right here to teach him the ropes. You know what I'm saying? And it's respectable. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's
I'm trying to do that on both jobs, bro.
Exactly.
I want to pass all the knowledge I got to the next generation with the clothing too. You feel me? Like, I be trying to tell people, bro, like everything that's in books, like any book you read, whether it's a novel or the Bible or whatever, this is knowledge that was obtained over the course of their life, and they wrote it down, recorded it, and gave it to somebody and published it or whatever. And 100 years later, you learning it in school. Like it's part of the curriculum. Because these people actually had to live it first. Like art imitate life, bro. Like you can't have knowledge without experience. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So that's just how they go. I'm a thinker though. I know I can get left field sometimes, but
man, you good, dog. Like I said, dog, we chopping it up. But like I said, man, like looking back on it, man, like you really, like a part of the history in the city. You started the brand, but like, how did you like now moving forward or whatever? When you drop a new a new set or new line or whatever, like how do you come up with the designs? Is it just straight like a freestyle thought, and you work off of it, or do you go in like saying, well, I wanna come at it from this angle type?
Everything is strategized, bro. Like, to be honest, I don't know how everybody else work, but with me, it's like I might have an idea and sit on it for like a year or two just to see how things moving and see what circulates back. Cause like with fashion, bro, it's really nothing new. Like everything comes back out and gets back hot.
It come in waves.
Right. So I'll go like I'm more of a vintage type. Like you might have like just now recently, like the fitteds coming back in style. You know what I mean? When we was growing up, we was wearing fitteds 15, 20 years ago. And then you had a snapback stage and the dad hat stage, and now the fitteds is back. You feel me? Like everything revolves, bro. Like even like the skinny tight fit, whatever. Like they was doing that in the 80s with the shirts tucked in and all that. Then we went through our 02 through what?
The clothes bigger than anything in the world.
Yeah, your shirt might be to your knees, and I ain't gonna cap, bro. Back then we was turned. You might have 2-3 guns on you, can't nobody see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was like a crazy era, just like fashion wise. I look back on that shit now, I'm like, bro, we look like midgets. Like,
it's crazy.
Everybody's shirts is like 4-5 sizes too big. Your hat too big. Your shoes might even be too big. You know what I mean? Right. But that was the swag, that was the style. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I talked to a lot of guys, bro, in the barbershop, and they be sitting on the the new style generation swag, like I don't know why they wearing them skinny jeans, them little tight jeans, girl jeans, whatever. But niggas was doing it in the 80s first. It just came back out around and got back hot like 20, 30 years later. You feel me? I know everything ain't for everybody. So like with my brand, bro, I just really want to target the people like my day one, my day zero guys, like the people, females too, you know what I mean? Like anybody that's been following my work and see my work and like my shit, I'm gonna just keep giving them what they want. You know what I mean? I know everything ain't for everybody, like I said before. I ain't mad at that. At the end of the day, what's for me is for me. I'm gonna get, my few whoever rocking with me or whatever. But if I got hella calls in Texas, but if a person that's never seen me in my life or never knew me or never cared to know me, like my shit, I know like, okay, it's like that.
You got
You
the
know what I
right,
mean?
you know you going in the right direction.
Exactly. For the masses and just the general, the average person, what they used to seeing. You know what I mean? For they era. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when you see the big name brands, I ain't gonna say no name brands, but when you see the bigger brands, they got to keep up with the times and what's going on and what people liking and how it fits, how it looks, the colorways, all of that. You know what I mean? Like it's a big thought process, bro, and it takes a lot of trial and error. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's so much money that's just dumped out, and it kind of look like it's just throwed away money. But at the end of the day, you learning what to do and what not to do.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the part for me that really like keep me grounded. You know what I mean? Like, oh, nigga, you ain't perfect. Yeah, you ain't like that. Like I tell myself that. You feel me?
Yeah.
I gotta keep in mind, like every day I gotta get better and like I might drop this or drop that and people love it, like it. But what you gonna do next? What I'm gonna do next? Like, I'm telling myself this. You know what I mean? If I don't like stay on myself like that, like I'm just be stagnant, and you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Gotta always wanting to improve and be better. Like, but that's the, you know, one of the qualities that separate everybody. Like a lot of people, like they can have that idea and they have that motivation, but once they get to point A, they get, you know, comfortable and lose that motivation of I got to get to B, but I'm trying to get to B just as good and maybe even better than I got to A. And that's what separates us. Like having that drive to say, man, I know I did that, but I still got more in the tank. Like I got more to give that I might not even tapped into yet, but I know it's there. Let me see what I got to do to tap into it.
All right.
And with
more, not harder, bro.
Facts. And with that, like you said earlier, you knew you always, you know, you always had that approach of why would I work for the boss when I could be the boss? But, and, you know, like a lot of us, we have those thoughts and, you know, we have different ideas where we may have trial and error or try and it don't work. And it take us time to find our thing and what we got that we know we can do and, you know, self-sustain us. So did you always know like it would be like you would be a barber and a designer, like, or did you think something else at one point before you got to where you are now in these two areas?
To be honest, bro, before this, I'm gonna break it all the way down. I worked. My first job was Maxway downtown. I worked there for like 2 months. Then my next real job was a place like 2 doors down from Maxway, like moving furniture, like driving box trucks or whatever. I was like 16. I had just got my license. I was super excited. I just wanted to drive something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I tried Butterball for like a week or two. That didn't work. I ain't physically built for that. And I worked at Burger King in Kinley for like probably 5-6 months. All this happened within like a year and a half. Like all these jobs I'm talking about. And you know, I did my little brief military times in there for like, I was in National Guard for like 3-4 years. And I ain't like being told to do, bro. I really don't like being told to do. And that's when I knew like I've been cutting her in the neighborhood. Like, so I just put my mind to it, like I'm gonna like do it on another level. Like whenever I hit 18, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't know, but you gotta, I don't know if it's different now. I don't know, but back then you had to have a high school diploma to go to barber school. You feel me? So from 16 to 18, I say that year and a half, 2-year gap, I was just like trying to figure out whatever. I went in the military, you know, did National Guard weekend warrior thing or whatever. And between that, they paid for my barber school. And basically, like whenever I was completely done with the military, I think like 20 years old, 21 maybe, I hit the ground running. I ain't look back, bro. Like it was like, I know for a fact, like I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this. Like the clothing thing didn't come to me till I was like probably 27, 28, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just the, you know how people say experience the best teacher, you know what I mean? Just living life and seeing things and going through things and learning things just for yourself, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And eventually I'm like, yo, you know, the barber money was good, but I want more. I just wanted more. You know what I mean? Like something in me was like, it's more out here. You know what I mean? And I always like to dress. You know, I might go in the store, and any store. You know, whether it's Ralph Lauren or Foot Action, Foot Locker, whatever. You know, I'm spending $500 to $1,000. I'm spending bands on other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just put money in their pocket. You know what I mean? I started having hella kids like back to back. So I'm like, damn, I'm gonna buy this and keep them, fly by this for them and me. And I just thought of my own thing, like, you know, if I can brand myself and make my own merchandise or have somebody else make it, I can cut that. That's another bill. Basically, I can cut in half. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
And still doing something that you like to do, which is being creative at the same time.
Exactly.
So do you feel like now that you are where you are, I mean, you know, the barber thing, you're gonna always have that with the brand and you know, you got a storefront. We're gonna talk about that, you know, so you can let the people know at the end. But do you feel like this is gonna be like the only, you know, business that you got? Or do you got another business idea in the works, or do you think you're gonna expand, you know, even like more locations, or like what you got coming for the brand in the future, if anything?
Oh yeah, of course. Expansion is definitely, you know, always in the back of my mind. Any chance I see to grow, I wanna do that and you know, be bigger and better. I still want more. I'm still young and I still got a lot of ideas and thoughts. As far as a career path or a total new career change, I ain't got to that part of life yet. You know what I mean? Like right now, I'm gonna be honest, like the clothing thing is like wifey, and cutting hair is like my side piece. You know what I mean? But I love doing it. You feel me?
Facts.
It's I love cutting hair still. It's still in me. I still got a lot of gas in the tank, but it's a whole nother bag with the clothing, and I can touch the world, bro. Like artists coming in from all over with the app and the site. You know what I mean? Like storefront and no storefront. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And you know, but like that's always, you know, I like to always ask, you know, because I know like being creative myself, like I always got like I always got something like I can. It may not be right now, but I can add this into my repertoire later on. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing I know about creative people and like people that have, you know, ideas and want to do things their way, like it's never just one thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it don't just stop at that one thing. Yeah, you might get that one thing like and become good and great at it, but we gonna always have that itch. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you want more. So maybe you know, right now that more is expansion. But sooner or later, that more might turn into, all right, I got this. Now let me see what I can do over here in this area, because I've been thinking about this for a couple of years, but I've just been making sure everything else was straight. So, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
it's a process though, Quay, like just working out the kinks of what's gonna work and what ain't, bro. And what you like and what you don't like, and internally within yourself, and what other people like externally. Like, I'm not gonna put out nothing or sell nothing to somebody that I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? A lot of people just do whatever and put out whatever just to make money. But like for me, it's like more of a moral thing and more of a mental and spiritual thing. Like, I ain't gonna just do some shit just because it makes money, bro. Like I care more about a lot of other things than just money. You feel me? So I mean, everybody to each his own. I don't knock nobody. You feel me? But at the end of the day, it's like I ain't gonna do some shit just cause other people doing it.
Fact, you stand on what you built on. Like that's how it go. So even though, like I said, you still young, after doing this for so long, which sound crazy, like what keeps you motivated to like keep going and keep having that you know, that drive to get things to where you want to see them one day?
To be honest, bro, forever it's just like family, friends, my kids, all that. Like not just them, like the people that's coming like after me. Like it might be a 6 or 7-year-old kid somewhere right now that see me and see how I move, see what I'm doing, or somebody that I showed something to or whatever, and aspire to be that one day. You feel me? Like it's bigger than just me. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just another outlet and another way of showing like the youth, like it's something else to do out here. You know what I mean? Like you don't gotta be stuck at a job working for whoever because your mom and daddy had to do it. Or you don't gotta hit them streets, or you don't gotta, you know, just work for these other people the rest of your life. Like you can work for you. You feel me?
And you can make it like, and you a perfect example of like you could do what you like to do and make that shit dope. Like by just being who you are. You ain't gotta be nobody else. You ain't gotta try to be nobody else. Because that, like I said earlier, like you one of the first people to do this, and that speaks to the originality. Like you didn't really have a blueprint to look up to of how you got to where
no format.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like you had to learn through the trial and error, and you know what worked, what might not work, the good days, the bad days. I'm pretty sure you had days where you was like, man, fuck this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you kept going, you know what I'm saying? Because you saw what that end point could be and what it could lead to, you know what I'm saying? That freedom of being able to do what you want to do because it's yours. It's your baby, you birthed it. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so that you giving that to a whole nother now younger generation of kids, especially in the borough. You know where we come from. You know how shit is.
A lot of options.
Yeah. So like, and like that's why when I reached out, I was like, bro, I gotta talk to you about everything because we know, bro. We know firsthand of how that goes, bro. As much as we love Goldsboro and we put on for the city wherever we go, wherever we at. And pretty sure other people from other places, they understand too. Like being from the inner city, it's not a lot of options that's gonna put you where you want to be just because you say, well, I want to do this. You gotta grind for it. You gotta go all out for it and shit. And watch and seeing you do it and continue to do it from so long ago, that just speaks to the fact of you be who you are and you comfortable who you are, you can get to where you want to be. So that's why I appreciate you as a friend, as a homeboy. Like I appreciate you for that because you always been the same person for me. Like it ain't never been no difference. Like I hit you up whenever, like, hey bro, hey, you at the shop? I need a cut. I'm home for a couple of days. Even if you ain't at the shop, hey, I'll meet you there in about an hour. It might take you a little bit longer, but I'm used to it. You know what I'm saying, bro? Busy, bro, working. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or
yeah.
like when you like the picture you shared on Facebook today, like took me back. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I first ordered them shirts from you, the Dosa shirts or whatever. It was I had like 2 of the baseball joints, and I had a black one and a blue one. And I was in Korea, and you sent them to me and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember all that shit, but I also remember the days where we was out here trying to figure out what we was gonna do next. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I appreciate you, bro. That's why I had to, you know, have this conversation and chop it up with you. I know you've been busy, phone been going out the hook, you know what I'm saying? So to give me that time, I really appreciate that. You feel me?
Anytime, bro.
But before we wrap it up, I know you got the secret box in the back. You ain't got to open it if you don't want to, but what tell the people about the box. I got the little preview, but tell the people about the box.
It's my sneaker, bro. I just dropped I haven't officially dropped yet, but I just like pretty much finished working out all the kinks on my first sneaker. I've been working on it about a year. It'll be on my app next week. Download the Deuce Dosa clothing app. All the merch and, you know, notifications for what's dropping gonna be on there. I'll show y'all the box. You know, it's just pretty much a picture of me. You know what I mean? This was a photo shoot we did back in, I think, 2016 or 17. We was at the pool or whatnot. You see a little blue water kind of on the side right there.
Yeah.
This the box. You know what I mean? The Deuce Dosa sneaker. I call it the Deuce Dosa 1 because it's the first one. I don't know how many it's gonna be, so I just say 1. You know what I mean? But that's a little peek of that. You know, flap open, whatever.
And even that, man, like again, like dog. Some people when they go into like clothing line design, like they might not even ever think about doing shoes because that's at the end of the day, that's a whole different field. You know what I'm saying? Like some people do that. Some people just do, you know, shirt, pants, or hoodies or whatever. Like now,
yeah, I did start out with the slides. I had the slides, and people they was fucking with the slides.
Yeah,
but like the shoe fit, it like put people's mind on a whole nother level.
Yeah, like because now we see other, you know, like we see basketball players and, you know, celebrities, but rappers or whatever that have their own shoe now. Like again, like you get to see somebody that you can reach out and physically touch. Like people,
it's a regular guy.
Yeah, people can pull up on you and be like, "Bro, what's up with the shoes?" You know what I'm saying? Like so that, like again, the blueprint. Like now somebody can say, "Damn, I never think about shoes, but shit, Deuce got them. Let me holler at Deuce to see how he went about the process."
That go back to the 7-year-old kid we was talking about. Is probably gonna see it or see us just out, whatever.
Yeah.
Yo, this dude got his own shoe. I want to be like him. He got his own shoe. Like, how you do that? Exactly. You know, instead of giving him a gun or a pack. You know what
exactly. I mean? And who knows? Like the possibilities are endless. Like who knows, bro? Like instead of a kid wanting this shoe, I want me some Dosas. You know what I'm saying? Like it, like the possibilities, man, are just it being yours, your own shit. Like that's the dope shit, bro. We like you said earlier, man, we've been supporting other brands and making people trillionaires for our whole entire lives and decades before us, just because that's what we was always given. Like why not do that to the people that we really know? You know what I'm saying? Why would I rather give my dollar to my dog than give a dollar to somebody else who they rich enough where they actual dog probably get my dollar right now.
Right.
They don't
somebody you can see them every day and they're gonna put that money back in the community because we all grew up here, we all know each other. It's, you know, how the old heads used to say it take a village to raise a child. You feel me?
Yeah.
It take a village to support like one person or one group of people trying to do something like on another catastrophic level too. But I've been blessed, bro. Like I've been doing everything like pretty much like, you know, just on my own with God's help and my knowledge and trial and error over the years. And, you know, just good support system around me, man.
That's what it's about.
It's just people that's really for me in my corner, bro. Like, and I give them hell, you know, but they ride or die. They really for me, you know what I mean? So,
facts. And that's what it's all about, man. And again, I ain't gonna hold you up too much longer, bro. I know you got stuff to do because again, you the dude that never sleep. But it is Mental Health Awareness Month. So before we get out of here, I do gotta just do a quick mental health awareness check. So how you mentally? Everything good? Everything stable? Like you straight? You know, you talking to who you need to talk to? You know, getting your time when you need your own time. You know what I'm saying? Cutting the phone off whenever you need to cut it off. Everything good? Like, because again, this is for the podcast, but after this podcast, you still gonna be my dog. You know what I'm saying? This ain't just no good look. This is a homeboy conversation. So it's my homeboy, right. My dog. It's my dog straight.
I mean, mentally, I'll say 75-25. I'm dealing with real life, everyday shit like everybody else. Just the normalities of life, bro. And you know, I'm a human being at the end of the day. I still eat, sleep, and shit, and put my pants on one leg at a time, whatever. You know, people gotta understand that I'm one person. I'll say like past like I say 3-4 years maybe. The hardest part has been like trying to juggle the two, and cause I got diehard customers on both sides, and people that really don't want to mess with nothing else on both sides. So I gotta be two people. It's like I gotta be Batman and Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I gotta be Clark Kent and Superman. You know what I mean? It weighs on you. It's a lot of pressure, but you know, I like a challenge, and I like, you know, it brings the best out of me. I like a challenge. Right. I mean, so no, mentally, I'll say, you know, I'm good. You know, I'll never quit. You know what I mean? I ain't never just been so like overwhelmed where I'm like, I'm just give it up. But there have been some days where it's like them up and downs, you know, like.
And that's normal. That's the normal. You know what I'm saying? Like we humans, dog. Like we sometimes you at a high, sometimes you at a low. Sometimes you know you got to readjust and recalibrate. Like that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? But
adapt and overcome.
Right. Yeah. Like you said, as long as you never gonna quit and you know you can gauge it. You know, 75-25. You dealing with life. That's what we do. We go through life.
But 75 is good though.
That's nah. I already know. You already know. But that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? But I just had to ask that, especially for, you know, it being Mental Health Awareness Month, and that being something that, especially Black people in our community, that ain't just something like people just ask, you know, like it's a
mental health is serious. It's definitely serious.
Yeah, it's something.
I didn't know we had a whole month for it until this month just came in. Like,
yeah, man,
I'm new to it, so it's deep. I understand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we gotta make, like, I'm gonna do my part, making sure, you know, I do my check-ins with everybody and making sure when I get a chance to talk to whoever that they good, not just this month but every month, because you never know, you know what I'm saying? And we getting older and shit, bro. But so before we get out of here, man, last thing, like, drop your social medias, your apps, your storefront location, whatever you need for people to find you, so they'll know how to get in contact for the merch, for the cuts, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you want them to know.
Okay, I'm still at Premier Cuts, 109 North Center Street, downtown, right there across from City Trends, of course.
And this is Goldsboro, North Carolina, everybody. Same place I tell y'all about every time. Same place, Goldsboro, North Carolina.
Yeah, and I'm Deuce Dosa all across social media. Facebook, Deuce Dosa, DEUCE, DOSA. Instagram, Deuce_Dosa. Snapchat, Dosa.clothing. And download my Dosa clothing app. It's Deuce Dosa clothing. Like, literally, type it in on the app store, pop right up. The website is deucedosa.com. My storefront address is 473 Buck Swamp Road, Goldsboro, North Carolina, 27530. You can Google it, you know, all the info on there. Trying to make sure I ain't forgetting nothing.
I hear that, man. My dog got a whole app out here again. Like that shit.
Yeah,
that shit that's going. It ain't gonna hit people right away until they sit back and take time. Like, damn, bro, got a whole app. Like we working out here, man. So don't never.
I had somebody ask me the other day, but like, you got an app? Like an app? I'm like, yeah, app. Like, you know what I mean? Go on your phone, download it. Just like how you download Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or whatever. You know what I mean? It's an app. It's Deuce Dosa.
My final last question that I gotta ask you, I wouldn't feel right if I didn't ask you this question. So for anybody that's coming up or thinking about starting a business, whether it's in your field or any other field, if you had a chance to give them one piece of advice that you feel they should carry with them, what would that advice be?
Just don't quit, bro. Like, don't give up on yourself, regardless of like how shit looking or if all the odds against you and people like downplaying what you're doing, or if you know you discouraged just within yourself just because it's one of them bad weeks or bad days or bad months or bad years. Just don't give up. Stay focused, stay driven, stay determined. Just keep grinding every day. Just it's like building a building. You know what I mean? It's one brick at a time. You know what I mean? If you build a house or whatever, you know what I mean? Just like raising a kid. You know, you got to do it for 18 years. You know, you got to make this kid a better version of yourself. You got 18 years to do it. You know what I mean? Like you referred to that earlier. You said, you know, your business is like your baby. Like, I really look at it like that. Like I birthed it and I gotta nurture it and make it grow and be big and strong one day and take care of me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Just stay focused, bro. Like, through all the ups and downs and the bullshit, like the bullshit coming. You know what I mean? Especially like when you get on another level of success and like people see it and they really can kind of gauge your success, like, oh, this nigga, you know what I mean? Like when they get to that point, just another piece of advice, just stay away from negativity, you know what I mean? And people that got a lot of negative outlooks on just life in general or negative things to say. If anybody around you that don't have nothing good to say about you or what you're doing, just distance yourself from it slowly. You know what I mean? And sometimes family can be the worst ones, you know what I mean? But you can't just cut off your family like that. You know what I mean? You gotta just gradually distance yourself and just do what you know works for you. You know what I mean? Don't watch what everybody else doing. Don't get too caught up in the social media hype. Just stay in your little zone, be focused. That's what works for me. You know what I mean? I just be in my own little world, bro. And literally I do the same thing every day, like a routine, like a ritual almost. You know what I mean? And every year I see progress. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much it. I ain't gonna talk no more.
Nah, man. Hey, man, that's like somebody gonna hear that, and it's gonna be what they need to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Because like we said, sometimes that's the hardest part, that believing yourself and not giving up. But
right, I hope so.
Again, man, like I said, dog, like we chop it up every once in a while, just out of the blue and how we do. But I appreciate you for this. This conversation, again, real talk, that's how we do. Your outlook, yes, I support you. You already know I support you 100%. And whatever you do, you already know you always got a support in me, dog. You always got a friend in me, a homeboy in me, and that shit gonna stay like that. So I appreciate you, dog. This is another banging episode of the Quality Time Podcast, man. It's Quay, your boy Deuce Dosa. And remember, man,
for having me, bro.
No doubt, man. Remember, man, for real, this is something I want y'all to remember, bro. even geniuses get called crazy when people don't believe them, man. That don't make them not a genius. So I always believe in you, man, because don't matter what nobody else say. And that's the end of this episode, and see y'all next time.
Appreciate it, bro.
No doubt.
They ask for greatness, I promise perfection. Mama birthed the king, immaculate conception. I survived in the darkness and the shadows of death. And through all that I prospered, they formed every weapon. But I came so thorough, never changed my wardrobe. Took every scar with honor, I was raised in the burrow. Now I'm giving to me from the belly of the beast. I'm just paying respects, I'm just speaking my peace.